everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review Cocaine Bear. Alright, so I actually checked it out twice already. This film is quite enjoyable, honestly. Like, it's something that's highly entertaining. It's something not to be taken too serious. I mean, we all know that it's actually based off of a true story, right? That happened in real life back in the 80s. This was so James Gunn style, sort of. And I know this was directed by Elizabeth Banks. But I know she's featured in one of James Gunn's films, at least Slither. I'm familiar with that film that she was in, as well as Brightburn, where she played really good roles there. She did a great job with that. So I was a little nervous coming into this film just because I knew she directed Charlie's Angels, which I knew was a flop. I didn't check it out myself, but I heard pretty negative reviews about that. But coming into this film, I actually had a really great time. I think it was something very entertaining, something to definitely not theater level, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't have checked this out in theaters. I was almost going to go with my brother to do that, but it got canceled and we didn't go after all. But ultimately, I ended up watching it at home, and I still enjoyed it just as much. And I think it's a good film to watch with a friend if you like to laugh, have a good time. Honestly, I have nothing bad to say about the film. Now, there is a combination between horror, comedy, right? Horror and comedy, really. That's what it is, the film itself. And so there's a lot of comedy in there, but there's also a lot of gore, right? A lot of gore. They really don't hold back on the violence. There's a lot of scenes that are really hard to watch. Specifically, I can't name any because this is a no spoiler review, but there is a lot of scenes in there where you're going to find yourself with a lot of carnage. So, get ready for that if you're sensitive to that. So, there's a couple scenes where I had to hold hold back just a little bit. Like, I felt the pain of some of the characters, some of the victims of the bear. We all know from the trailer some of the things that take place, right? So, for instance, with the kids, the kid that says that bear was so effed or whatever. Those two kids. So this kid is he's with this other little girl, right? Him and this little girl are just out where this takes place, which is in Georgia, and this I believe it's like a recreational park or some kind of national park, right? And we have these rangers as well that are in it that are super hilarious to watch. Every time they're on screen, they are funny. But of course, just jumping back real quick to the children, like these two kids are, they did a really good job with the acting. There's a scene with them where it's nerve-wracking. So me as an adult, I don't have any children yet, but when I was watching this scene with the kids, oh my God, like I was super nervous watching this scene. And I'm not gonna say what it is. Y'all can check it out yourselves if y'all seen it. If y'all seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about. But this was hard to watch, man. So yeah, and this is actually something that was controversial. This particular scene with the kids, where Elizabeth Banks kind of took heat over, with the fact, like the research that I did, with the articles that I read, which are also actually down below in the description if you want to check out some information on the real events, and of course a little bit on behind the film. But yeah, so this was a scene that related to her, and so there's a reason why she put it in there. So, but still, all in all, I was super nervous watching it. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, so O'Shea Jackson Jr. He was great. The character he played, he wasn't much of a victim, to put it in short, but I also, sympathized with him. I really also rooted for him, as I think he was probably the protagonist of the film was, I don't know who it was. I mean, the bear was definitely the center of attention in the film, but I think the person that was the main lead in this film was probably O'Shea Jackson Jr., if I'm pronouncing his name right. And so, we've got the other actors also within the film. So we have, Ray Liotta, we have Kerry Russell, Scott Seas, and of course O'Shea Jackson Jr. And so many others to mention. But the whole cast did an amazing job. You know, all of them were just great to watch. It's a good escape film. You know, it's something you can check out and just have a good time. It's something that, even though it's based on true events, it's very different from what actually happened in real life. So this one is it's extremely exaggerated, right? It's more violent than the actual real thing that happened, but it also connects very much to the events in real life, at least when it comes to the beginning of the film. So it really connects to what happened in a comedic way. There's, by the way, pay close attention to this sort of source quote that it states. You know, you get like a black screen and you get a quote from a source, a specific source, and it is hilarious the way it is shown and what it says as well. So I was like, really? You know, check that out. It's really funny. All in all, you guys, this is an obviously positive review for the film. It's highly entertaining, and I know y'all are gonna have a great time watching this. I can watch this again. I think this is a rewatchable film for me, but I'd have to, you know, give it some time and watch it again, just for kicks, just for laughs. But yeah, just a fair warning on the violence. It's very violent, and it doesn't hold back at some points. So please be warned on that, and don't watch it with children, because it is, yeah, it's too much, man. It's too much. But anyway, y'all, thank you for watching my review on this. If I missed anything, let me know down below. But other than that, you can check out the articles down below. I left some sources, some links to the articles in the description. Y'all can check that out if you want to read a little bit about the true events and what inspired the film. You know, even a little bit on behind the scenes, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, go ahead and check that out if you'd like. But yeah, thank you for watching my review. I hope y'all have a great day. All right, peace.